Hello, welcome to Game Over Gerkinman. This is Gerkinman speaking, and this is Shadows of the Empire, Part 5. We're halfway through this interesting little piece of Nintendo Star Wars history, and we have an expert with us.
Mark here, otherwise known as 13.
What the fuck am I doing?
Apparently you quit. Why did you quit?
Because I skipped through the cutscenes.
That's right, because you're stupid. Anyway, hello everybody. Like I was saying, I'm Mark, otherwise known as 13. We are heading to Tatooine. After rounding what is apparently a moon, or it must be a moon.
It's a big moon.
It's a big moon. It's no moon. It's a cutout.
Oh. Look at that parallax. I like the 3D models integrated with the 2D assets. That's great.
Yeah, no, it's a nice little thing.
Look at that. Why does the game look like that?
So we're going after Boba Fett.
That's right, we're going after that fan favorite Boba Fett. He's a fucking jerk.
If you'll notice on the top there's a point, and you can
Do you reckon that was there the whole time he was flying through space?
Probably. Oh, you didn't even go look around. Go look around on the ship.
No.
There's a chess table you can look at and not do anything with.
Yeah, that's because it's pretty much the
textures.
It's supposed to be the same ship model as the Millennium Falcon, isn't it? It's just modified differently.
It's slightly different. It's not identical.
I hear she's almost as fast as the Falcon now.
That bastard liar.
Well, that's what Hans said. He says that in the first cutscene.
But nothing's fast as the fastest Falcon. It makes 0.5 past light speed, whatever the fuck that means.
And how many parsecs?
It made the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs.
Yeah. Yeah, boy.
Yeah. So I always love how whenever they need like a weak little enemy, they'll in a Star Wars game,
droids.
It's always a probe droid. There
I
was
love
one
you
probe
can always
droid in
hear
the movie. One.
Rabbit Capy Rab.
I really want to know how.
Though.
Yeah. Oh, he was hiding.
Now that's fog.
Man, Tatooine has a lot of fog because it's such a moisture. It has so much moisture in its atmosphere.
That's true. Let's talk about the graphics for this game. There are certainly Nintendo 64 games that have aged worse. I mean, Tatooine's always going to look boring because it's just fucking rocks.
Yes. This is also a launch title, so it is one of the oldest games.
I think for like a launch title, it holds up incredibly well. Like there are a lot of games that were coming out towards the end of the system's life cycle that didn't look anywhere near as good as this game.
Yes.
I mean, there weren't no rare games.
How did the handling hold up? Was everything like sluggish?
Yeah, it's really bad. But I was, I didn't even go into the cave. Well, I've got 85 health. I don't need to. Yeah, playing it with a traditional Nintendo 64 feels slow and clunky as hell, but I was playing it with one of the Japanese ones that used the GameCube stick, and I found that made, because with dash for some reason, because the Nintendo 64's analog stick, the harder you push it, the further you walk, to make dash run at full speed, you have to basically break your thumb with the amount of pressure you put on it to make it go.
We've obviously gotten better at that over time.
Yeah, so playing it with the GameCube one.
Do we pass by the Wampa Cave yet? I can't even remember.
I think I just ran straight past it.
Yeah. See, you're not even taking in the game.
See, this is my third time playing through it because if for some reason the recording of this level kept screwing up, and I don't know why. So I had to play through it 3 times, and by this point I was just like, actually I had sound syncing issues for some reason. The capture card was wigging out on this level in particular.
Yeah.
So that's why,
it's working now.
By the third time, I was just like, I'm going to...
It still feels like this is just like a tad above, like, Doom level graphics and engines, because it is more or less that old, so...
Yeah,
there's so much
you can do. But I mean, like, Doom wasn't even 3D, at least. This is full 3D. And the character models are quite decent.
There's stormtroopers.
They're much more accurate than they were in the movies.
They shoot a lot less.
They do on easy, that's for sure.
Easy.
Yeah. It's an
like how we saw that earlier. It screamed, oh yeah, it was a droid.
There's a new kind of droid, a shooty droid.
Yeah.
For the times we shared.
Oh, this takes me back.
Yeah, I used to really like this level. It's the longest level in the game.
Yeah.
By a large margin, and that said it's only 20 minutes long.
Large margin.
So you get the jetpack. Can we talk about jetpack? First person jetpacking. That's some good times. I used to love that because this game's got a lot of like weird glitches and stuff in it. I used to love using the jetpack to get to lots of places that they never thought the people would ever go to. Can have a lot of fun doing that. I was because I only got like one new game a year, so like after I'd finish it, I'd just spend all my time just doing weird things, replaying it, doing weird things, and finding just bizarre glitches. And I had it even with Mario Kart 64 because that's the only game I had for like 18 months.
Oh man!
You know, finding ways to jump over the hills into Peach's castle and glitch through the ground and stuff like that. It was just like that's how funny. I spent my time.
I like how they add in the little fake Wilhelm screen when they fall off the cliff.
Is it a fake Wilhelm? Is it? It's just.
It's not the real Wilhelm scream, but it's
really. It's not just like fully compressed.
I don't think so. It could be. It doesn't sound like it.
It sounds a little bit higher pitched.
Yeah. Hey.
Ooh. I hear when they release this game, they're going to. Oh no! Look, there's a life down there.
Oh, you could have gotten that. Yeah.
That would have been funny. Fell to his death and got a life on the way. Yeah, it's weird. Like they think they know people are going to backtrack with the jetpack to explore, so they put they put some secret
ones. Yeah, they put some secret ones. There was one on the cliff like early on. I saw.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
You ever get any other weapons? No, you do. You get the power-ups, and they turn into different, like...
No, bullets. You do get different weapons, but I save them, and basically, because laser does fine. It's only when I get to that boss who's like a giant hulking machine that I'm like, alright, I'm going to bust out the... I use the Seekers and stuff on Boba Fett a bit, and I think the Flamethrower, but...
No. Well, the thing with the Boba Fett ship at the end is that you can just... On easy, you can stand literally between
you can just keep walking under the front of it, and it can't hit you.
Yeah, it can't hit you. They fixed that on the harder one, on the harder difficulties. Much to,
if you can even get up to it on the harder difficulties.
Tried to do that.
Getting past Boba Fett is almost impossible, let alone Slave 1 in the harder difficulties.
Yeah. We're good. This is the space... Oh, okay.
So why are the Empire here? I'm here to get Boba Fett, and I guess the Empire are protecting Boba Fett because he's got Han Solo?
Possibly.
I never quite understood why the Empire and Boba Fett were like teamed up here of all places.
Because they needed cannon fodder. Jetpack.
Is that really all it was? More games need jetpacks. It's not the most
limited fuel jetpacks too.
Yeah.
See, at least they put the camera you can look straight down, so the jetpacking is not too bad.
Oh, I do most of it in first person. I just did this to make it a little bit more visually exciting for the viewers.
Oh yes, so we can actually look at his poorly rendered ass.
Oh, Dash has got a fine ass.
He is quite dashing.
Oh.
See what I did there? Yeah. Yeah.
He has rendered my heart useless.
That was horrible.
I don't know if does it even make sense? I don't even know.
He's a low rendered polygon. Ha 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 ha.
Oh.
Oh, go get that thingy that's up there.
It's health. I already got full health.
Oh, okay.
There is no fuel. It recharges automatically.
That's right. It's everything recharges automatically except your health.
Because it's the future.
And that's something that's gone backwards. We've switched that around.
That's right.
It's now health regenerates, and your weapons and fuel don't, except in maybe Mass Effect 1.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So you could talk about the fact this game has chapters. I wish games had chapters now. I like being able to go back some do, but now because of quick saves, they just expect you to set up your own save things.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that. Yeah. I want to beat a level, and if I want to go back and just like replay that level because I enjoyed it, I just want to be able to go to a menu and say that one. And go back, like some games do it, but a lot don't. And it annoys me.
Yeah, yeah. Because it's about you're like you said, you only had the one game for like a year at a time, so you had a lot of replaying stuff. So you're probably just used to that kind of concept. Where nowadays it's more like
people trade it in after a day.
We just want to get through the story and shoot things.
I just want to play the online multiplayer. I don't care about the story. Why is it even in here? Would you say that the Nintendo 64 was the best console of all time for Star Wars games?
I really, because of Factor 5, I really want to say GameCube is, because
The
honestly,
GameCube only had
really
one
think
good
that
Star Wars game. Rogue Leader is fantastic.
GameCube had two. It had Rogue Leader and then Rebel Squadron did
Rebels,
suck, but Rogue
Rebel
Leader
Strike
was really, really good.
Yeah, Rogue Leader is fantastic.
Yeah.
But the Nintendo 64 had Rogue Squadron, which is still fantastic. It had Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, which was the only good thing to come out of the prequels.
You're right, yes. Yeah,
it had Shadows of the Empire, and it had Star Wars Battle for Naboo, which is also by Factor 5.
I never actually played the Battle for Naboo.
I've got it here. It's
give it
it's
to me.
Basically the same engine as Rogue Squadron.
What have you done? What have you done? You can't make it out of there. You're gonna... Oh, there you go.
There you go. Full health.
I probably knew that.
Oh, boy.
Challenge points. Woo! Remember when games had points? When you actually got points for killing people?
You like in Pac-Man?
Sort of.
I'm not gonna make it.
Oh, you almost made it.
Oh, well.
Oh, well, it was worth it for the challenge point. Oh, you can hear the splat.
It's pretty harsh.
Yes.
His falling animation reminds me a lot of Turok's, actually.
They were all kind of the same back then.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Disney owns Turok now. How weird is that?
That is quite weird.
But they also own Star Wars. Now we can finally get that Star Wars Turok game crossover.
Oh, just like my slash fic.
Han Solo's a Native American with a bow and arrow shooting dinosaurs on Tatooine.
Yes.
Great movie.
Yes, it's gonna be. It's gonna be.
Oh, this is
fantastic.
probably going to be old news by the time that this comes out. EA's got all the contracts now to play every Star Wars game for like the next couple of years.
That hurts. Honestly, that really does hurt.
EA's got some good studios. I mean, they got
they
made Dead Space 1 and 2.
They are also EA.
It's like my argument for EA is Dead Space 1 and 2, and my argument against EA is Dead Space 3.
Oh, yes, you have to get another one of these guys. Kill another one of these.
Fighting ATSTs on foot is kind of exciting.
Yeah, because you think, like, there's no way you can do this, and then, even if you don't have the I love how they just copy the falling animation from the movie.
Yeah.
You always do
cute.
that.
It's very cute.
Yes, it is kind of intimidating when you're trying to kill one of those things.
Yeah, well, on the harder difficulties especially, it's just like,
oh yeah.
Oh, this is fucked. Whereas
that seems to be like a lot of the things in this level or in this game is that many of the stages are you destroying something that's like 50 times bigger than you.
Yeah, well, people love that in games. Like, that's all you do in games now. Back in those days, you didn't get giant bosses. You did in like side scrolls now, but because 3D, like something is generally the bigger it is, the more polygons it needs. But because these are all like just big machines and they're all made of squares anyway, you can make something big without it being particularly taxing on the system. There's some gaming know-how for you.
Yeah, look at that. People who play games. Look, now you're going into... Oh, God!
Yeah, those are stormtroopers in the ventilation shafts.
And droids? At least make them like cleaning droids with guns.
This bit reminds me of the worst bit from Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Let's just get hit by the fans.
There's a lot of things, actually, someone was going to talk about the Conker's Bad Fur Day. There's a lot of things that this game has in common with Conker's Bad Fur Day. It's got subpar third-person platforming. It's got subpar shooting. They both have turret sections. They both have a race. They're practically the same game.
Why are the weapons floating?
Because anti-gravity.
Like challenge points aren't actually there, so it's okay if they're floating. But why are they floating?
Actually, the challenge points, I wish that was something that they put back into games, just like random collectibles that have no other thing other than, like, you got the achievement point for getting things.
This was before achievement points existed.
Yeah.
I think, did it unlock something with, when you got all the challenge points?
We'll look into it. We'll look into it before we record the next episode.
Yeah.
Which is the level I hate. It's okay on easy.
The swoop?
Yeah.
The swoop level? Oh, everybody's favorite.
Yep. It was so fucking twitchy. I'd just like to tap slightly to the... Oh my god, I'm flying off the edge! Someone forgot how to program handling. We all suffered the consequences.
Oh, love the music. Classic John Williams score.
I can't hear it, but this video is blocked in Germany.
Well, great.
All the Star Wars ones that have been picked up for copyright are banned in Germany. So I'm sorry if you're a German fan, you're not allowed. Maybe it'll be different in this render because I'll have the volume right down in the game, but...
Mayhaps. Don't shoot the computers. You need those for stuff.
It's like he knew I was going to be there ahead of time, and he still forgot to shoot me.
It's like you knew. Hey, a lambda shuttle.
Is that what they call it? Just a lambda shuttle?
The type is a lambda shuttle. It's basically just an Imperial shuttle.
I always just called them Imperial shuttles. That's what I always thought they were called.
It's like the type of it. If you want to get into the technical, it's a lambda.
There's more than one kind of Imperial shuttle.
If I want to go into my whole movie thing, it's a triangle because in Star Wars, good things are triangles, bad things are circles.
That's an Imperial thing, so why is it good?
Because when we really see that in the movie, it's what Luke and everybody else were using to get through.
They're in the movie before that, though.
No, it wasn't in the beginning, but the biggest thing about it is that they're in it when they go to... it wasn't in Empire. No, it was not in Empire. It was in the beginning of the movie when the Emperor lands.
Yeah.
But we do kind of see it land, but it is the big thing that people remember it from is from when they're going towards Endor. You know, fly casual.
Yeah. I don't think they had Wookiees in mind when they designed it, Chewie.
The Slave One was actually inspired by a street lamp outside the office of wherever they were designing it.
The Slave One's a really interesting ship design. Every game that it's been in, though, but you could fly it, it handles like absolute arse.
Yeah. Because it's not supposed to be like a starfighter.
Wasn't it a junker? It was like a junky transport ship or something?
I'm not sure what it's supposed to be in the universe, like what the original idea was. It's different because, like, when you're in it and it's on the ground, it's sitting on its back, so it's actually like 90 degrees, and you're actually facing up. If you remember from the second Star Wars Episode 2, and when you're flying, you're like standing up, looking straight out at it. Yeah, it's just like this weird design, but you know it's there because it's kind of circular and whatnot. It's unique and still pretty cool.
It's certainly iconic.
It is definitely.
I just wish it wasn't every time I unlock it in a game, it's like, oh my god, Slave One, this is gonna be so amazing, and then you fly it, you're like, oh no.
Did you ever play Star Wars Bounty Hunter?
Yes.
On the GameCube?
I did. That game
was actually
sucked.
I didn't think it was that bad. It wasn't great.
I hired it and I didn't enjoy it very much.
Yeah.
I like the part where you go to the shooting gallery and it's full of Ewoks and Gungans. Or Gungans.
I don't even remember that. That's funny.
Gungas. What did George call them? Gungas.
Gungas. The Gungas.
Oh god. Shut up,
George.
They
did. I like the model of Boba Fett. It does look like Boba Fett.
I think all the character models in this game are pretty good.
Yeah.
Backgrounds are lacking, but, you know. Well, I think it's mainly this level because it's a big exterior. The interior ones look alright.
Yeah.
I think the engine was definitely based more around interiors and exteriors.
Yeah, definitely.
Although the train level looked alright, so I don't know. I don't know nothing about this game's engine. I know it was never used for anything ever again. Awesome,
you killed Boba Fett. The stage must be over.
Oh my god! He's fallen straight into his ship.
I actually got for Christmas, I got a 20-year-old Slave One toy.
That must have been expensive.
No, it's already been taken out and played with, but it's awesome.
That was easy.
Well, that was really easy. Holy crap.
Boba Fett, you gotta lift your game, buddy.
He's the best bounty hunter ever.
So there we go. That's the longest episode that we're going to have in this particular series. Join us next week as we spend 5 minutes just driving around on a swoop.
Yes.
Oh, this level's so bad. It's so bad.
So what we're going to look up